Hey, I'm here plopped down on my recliner, ready to talk about Sorry to Bother You. This is a film that has a whole lot to say about a great many topics, and usually I don't like the ones that are kind of on the nose, like hitting you over the head with their message. I usually prefer the more subtle ones, the action and the characters are symbolic of a real world issue, kind of like Dawn of the Dead, George Romero's Dawn of the Dead, where the zombies in the mall represent consumerism in America. I like that, but this one was kind of very on the nose. But it got so on the nose in such an absurd way that I actually ended up enjoying it. Like I said, this film has a lot of strong opinions that it wears on its sleeve. Things like corporations are bad. The new workforce is turning us into a new kind of slave. Comments on subtle like micro racism uh, that occurs in social interactions. Just a million things to say. And about halfway through, I was kind of like, all right, I get it. You've all but said directly to the camera what the point is. It's like, all right, all right, all right. But then they take it to such a crazy level. I won't spoil anything because I think you should see it and experience it for yourself. But just like jaw on the floor type stuff. And it was still hitting you over the head, but it was so weird and entertaining that I really didn't mind, and I kind of I liked the way it went. Now there is a lot to unpack with this film. Like I got the main point, the gist of everything, just because of how in your face it was about it in the end. But there are a million subtle little nods and references to real world things, social commentary that I just didn't get. Honestly, I'm not very good at talking about movies like this. I'm not very political. I don't watch the news much or read about it. I catch the big world events, but I'm just not really aware of all the social issues going on in the world. And that's a problem. That's a personal problem. I know it, but it really hinders my ability to talk about movies like this. But yeah, despite all that, this movie got its points across clearly, shockingly so. It just got so bizarre that I ended up liking it a lot. On a technical level, I don't usually notice these things too much either, but in this film, I noticed it was very dark a lot of times. Like the lighting, literally, it was hard to see characters in a given scene. Just doing basic things like having a conversation. I couldn't tell who was like saying what, which I think is probably a problem. I can't imagine they intended that. But yeah, a pretty interesting, entertaining film. Some people are calling it a new cult hit, and I don't doubt it, honestly, considering where the movie goes. I don't have a whole lot more to say about it. Someone more aware of the issues they're talking about in the movie probably would have a bigger opinion on it. All I can say is I got the gist of it, and I found it really entertaining. That's all I can say. So I'll give it like an 83, 84%. I really think someone who's more into what's going on in the world today will probably enjoy it or at least find it more interesting. But yeah, that's it for me. Until next time, bye bye.